So you have a high ticket offer as a coach, and you are so trying to sell this offer, but for some reason you're having such a hard time on your sales calls. And it's frustrating you because you really want to go full time in your coaching business. You want to hit your 5 to 10K months and be able to successfully transition into coaching. I understand your frustration. I was once there as well. And I really wanted to just break down for you why it is that you are having such a hard time on your sales calls, right? So on your calls, you're leaving your calls thinking, is my price too high? And you're even going into the calls thinking that, right? You're not convicted enough in your call, in your pricing. And so on your sales calls, you find yourself like overthinking, like over explaining everything. You are discounting offers. You're discounting your offer midway, right? Midway into the sales call, you're already like, okay, I want to charge 5K for this offer, but I think I'm just going to give it for 2K, right? And so you're discounting in the middle of your sales call. You're totally like adding in bonuses, extra bonuses and deliverables that you don't even truly want to do. You're just adding these things on because you're subconsciously thinking, like, what if my offer is too high? Because clients are buying up your lower ticket offers, right? Maybe your lower ticket, mid ticket offers, but when it comes to your higher ticket offer, you're having such a hard time selling it. So in today's episode of the Daily Dose, I'm going to be breaking down how I sell my premium offer, my premium coaching offer with confidence. My high ticket offer is sold with confidence because I'm going to be breaking it down for you. And so I do want to break down how this is done. And I do have an acronym for you. It is the PRICE acronym, because you have to understand that it has nothing to do with your price, right? When you're selling your high ticket offer, your premium valued coaching offer, it has nothing to do with the price. Like, people are paying, they're paying for these high ticket offers, but it's all about it's all about your perspective. It's all about your perception and how you're able to position your perception so that your clients can see the value in what it is that you have to offer. So the power is really in you. It really is in you. The power is within you. It's not the price. Okay. And so on this episode of the Daily Dose, that's what we're going to be covering. The DOSE is an acronym for Divine Overflow of Spirit-Led Empowerment. And so I sit with the Lord and I just asked him, like, Lord, what do you want me to pour out today? And so this is what he gave me. All right. I literally encourage you, equipped you on your journey of entrepreneurship to truly be able to transition into coaching full time without having to chase clients, right? Without having to burn yourself out, without having to self-sabotage, because we tend to do that, right? We're human beings. And oftentimes, if you don't heal your broken belief systems, that's what's going to happen. Your nervous system will self-sabotage you. So I teach my clients how to transition and book high-ticket clients without having to chase clients, burn out, self-sabotage, or sacrifice time with their families, because that's why, as entrepreneurs and as moms, we are going into business. It's to be profitable while working in our God-given purpose and being present with our children and our spouses, like our loved ones, right? And so that's what I'm gonna break down for you today. How to sell your premium offer, how I sell it, and how I'm gonna teach you how you can sell it as well. All right, so we're gonna be diving into the PRICE acronym. Super cool. So the P in this PRICE analogy is, it's not an analogy, it's an acronym. The P is position your offer. Okay, so you want to position your offer and you want to create a premium signature framework with a clear transformation that speaks for itself. So remember when I was telling you before, it's not your price, it's really your perspective and positioning it. So you have to position your offer so that your clients can see a clear transformation. And this is why inside of my Business by Belief Accelerator, the first step that we do is to craft your signature framework. Crafting your signature framework and putting it inside of a signature offer, your premium high ticket offer, we solidify that for you, right? We literally get to the nitty gritty. We go through your trial. We look at how you've been able to triumph over a trial. We create a trail and I teach you how to go out and testify about it. with conviction, and the treasures come in. It's the treasure trial framework. And I teach you how to really pull from your own expertise, your own experience, your own expertise, your years of education. It's literally your offer is going to be built from your own essence, right? And this is what makes your offer unique to you, okay? And this is how you're able to position it, because not only is it engraved with your purpose work, right? But it's also meeting a problem. It's solving a problem, right? For your audience. It's solving a painful problem that they're experiencing, and you're showcasing how you're going to take them from their pain into the deep pleasure that they want, right? So you're taking them out of the deep pain that they're in into that deep pleasure that they truly want, the desire that they want, right? You're taking them from their problem into their problem being solved. You're taking them from their hell to the heaven that they truly want, right? So you have to showcase that transformation. You have to position your signature offer so that you can understand that you're not selling just an offer, you're selling a transformation. When they're done working with you, their lives are going to be transformed. If that's not the case, then what are you doing? What are you selling, right? And so if you're not fully convicted of this, that's the first problem, okay? And so that's the first thing I solve inside of my Business by Belief Accelerator. We position your offer. We craft your signature offer, and I teach you how to actually position it, okay? And so that's the P in price. We're going to jump down to the R, which is to rewire your belief system. So this is the work that I do because I am a nurse. I am able to take, this is why I love what I get to do, because literally I teach my clients how to take their years of experience. So I've been an experienced nurse for many, many years, right? Close to a decade. And I've been able to take my gift of healing, take my expertise in learning and understanding the body and the anatomy and physiology of the body, how God has designed our bodies. And so I'm able to help you to heal your automatic nervous system, regulate your nervous system so that you can stop self-sabotaging, right? And so inside of my Business by Belief, I give you the blueprint and the breakdown of how to rewire your belief system. We do this together. And so we heal your subconscious money blocks. And because your subconscious money blocks will be it'll be pumping the brakes. Like, even though cognitively and consciously you want to create those 10K months to transition into coaching full time, subconsciously there are money blocks. There are blocks that you have when it comes to making lots of money, or making lots of money in the way that you make it, right? So maybe you're making money right now, but maybe the way you've been wired is to think making money is hard, right? Because that was a block that I had to overcome. I've like, the work that I do with my clients is work that I've been able to do for myself, right? With my coach, I've been able to unlock and break a lot of these broken beliefs and reprogram my subconscious mind and my belief behind a lot of these broken beliefs that I was having. And so because I worked so hard for money before, my subconscious belief was that I had to work hard for money. I was programmed and wired that way. I thought I had to work hard for money. So when money started coming to me with ease, I would subconsciously self-sabotage it. I would go into my back end and just like find issues and problems and like literally would sabotage my own business. And I didn't realize I was doing this, but it was because it was coming too easy. So my nervous system, my automatic nervous system thought something was wrong, right? Because it's not normal. It's not, in my mind, I'm like, it's not normal. My beliefs were just like, it's hard to make money. So for me to make money with ease, it made me uncomfortable. It made my automatic nervous system respond in this freeze mode, right? Or even this flight mode. So I just started undoing everything that was actually working. And it wasn't until I healed my subconscious money blocks that money began to flow in seamlessly, because it does. but you have to open up your belief system and be able to receive large sums of money. Okay, you have to reprogram your subconscious, and your belief is what is going to make sales. It's not your offer stack. It's not the extra bonuses that you're adding in. It's your belief behind your business. It's your belief behind your offer. It's your belief behind marketing. It's your belief behind money. It's belief behind sales. That was another one. Like, I felt like it was wrong to sell. I just thought like you should be giving away these things, right? And so like my coach literally was just like, Janelle, you're running a business. Like you're gonna sell, right? And so this was years ago, but like it was just like light bulbs, right? So you gotta rewire your belief system, because I often say this to my clients: your business will only grow to the extent of your belief system and your body's safety. If your body does not feel safe, it will continue to self-sabotage you. And this is why I do the work that I do inside of my program, because it's so important that as you're building your business, you're also healing your broken belief systems, and you're also healing your nervous system simultaneously, so that you do not self-sabotage your business. All right. The last thing you want to do is make $1 million in your business and then you totally unravel and bring it and like literally. And if you find that yourself, like if you find like, okay, 1 month you're at 10K, the next month you're back down to 1K. And it's this yo-yo effect with sales and with your business. That's because your nervous system is not regulated. And this is the work we do inside of the Business by Belief Accelerator. So that's the R, rewire your belief system. So now we're going to jump into the I. And so the I is identify aligned clients. I speak about this often, but it's so important for you to stop attracting blah discount seekers and draw in your best, ready to invest buyers. Okay. This is positioning. You want to make sure that you're speaking to your level 10 clients. You're speaking to your best clients who are brilliant. They can see the value in what you have to offer. So one thing that you have to understand is what my coach, he says, my coach Myron, he says, like wealthy people, we see the value, not the cost. We look at the value and not the cost. While poor people, they look at the cost of everything and they don't see the value in it. And so you have to align yourself to really identify aligned clients and speak to those clients. Because when you speak to your clients and you see them as brilliant, you see them as energetically aligned, you see them as self-sufficient, you see them as trustworthy. That's your best. That's your acronym for best. When you speak to those people and you stop talking to people who are blocked financially or blocked intellectually, or just blocked emotionally, they're not ready, right? If you're speaking to blocked clients, they're blocked, they're lazy, they want someone to just give them a handout, they're aimless, they have no vision or direction for their lives, and they're hesitant. So stop seeing your clients as blah and start seeing them as your best clients and speak to them as such. You have to speak to the audience that's already ready to invest. On yesterday's live, I was talking about how my husband, he just purchased a truck the day before yesterday. And this week, for the longest he's had the money, he's been ready. He's been, shopping around looking for the perfect truck. He had the money ready to go. So he literally paid cash and drove off the lot 2 days ago because he knew what he was looking for. So you have to speak to your audience as if they're already ready to buy, because that's who you're speaking to. You're not speaking to people who are still browsing and still questioning and still hesitant. No, they've had enough of their situation. They're frustrated. They are ready for a shift in their lives. They're ready for a change. You need to be speaking to those people, not the tire kickers, not the people who are going to drain your energy, not the discount seekers. You want to speak to the people who are ready, cash in hand, like my husband. He had his card ready, his debit card ready to go, ready to swipe it. And that's how you need to see your clients. All right. Speak to them as if they're already ready to buy. And that's who you're going to be calling in. You're going to stop calling in the block clients and you're going to start calling in your best clients. So you have to clearly identify who they are. You're not running a charity. You're running a business. Okay. All right, so that is the I in price. And now we're going to jump to the C. And so the C in the price acronym is communicate with conviction. So when you're showing up and you're talking about your offer, you want to communicate your offer with conviction. Communicate with conviction. So it's in your tone, it's in your posture, it's in your energy. Okay, that should all match your price. Because why? Conviction, the convincing energy that repels your clients. But your conviction, that energy attracts clients that are ready to go. They're like, let's go. I'm ready for this transformation. But it's all about your energy, and your energy is a result of your belief system, right? It's really deep rooted. So if you truly don't believe in your offer, like we discussed in the very first point, if you don't believe in your offer, fully believe, maybe you believe partially, but you're not fully, in love with your offer. Maybe you have an offer where you like I mentioned before, you're added a bunch of bonuses and deliverables that you don't truly want to even fulfill. So you're not even in love with your offer. So there's no conviction behind it because you're like, I want to make money in my business, but I don't want to do the deliverable. You have to be in love with your offer. You got to love what you sell because your tone, your posture, your energy, all of that is felt. It's not just what you're saying, but it's your belief. Like people feel your conviction. If you're on these sales calls and you're convincing them to buy, that's literally going to repel. It's going to repel sales. If you feel like you have to convince anyone, you're not convincing anyone. You're literally sharing the value and you're telling them how significantly different their life is going to look. Right? So like for me, inside of my high price container, within 6 months, it's a 6-month coaching container. Right? Inside of that accelerator, you come in unsure of your offer with hardly any belief behind it. There's no conviction in your offer. You have no way, you don't even know how to market it because you're not in love with it. So you have no cognitive idea of just how to even attach your story. I teach my clients how to do story selling. I have a storytelling formula that I teach my clients to do. So you never run out of content. You always have content. You always have juicy ideas, how to pull it back to your offer. So you're literally giving stories after stories after stories, because we know stories is what sells, right? It connects with your subconscious mind. It connects with your client's emotions, and it's emotions. You want to create energy in motion. That's what sales are. Like, you don't want to just show up and teach and all this, and motivate. Yeah, that's cool, but you want to speak to buyers. You don't want to just speak to people who are looking for a bunch of information out there, but not action takers. You want to speak to action takers, right? So like by the end of my 6-month container, not only do you have a beautiful signature offer that you are in love with, that brings transformation to your clients, but you know how to market it in a way that lights you up. You can show up and create content every day. You're no longer overthinking content because you know the formula to pull, right? To pull content out of anything. Like I did for I do it all the time. And you also have a simplified sales funnel. I cannot stress this enough. So just like some of my clients before working with me, I used to post and pray. Now I have a strategic, streamlined system that helps me to bring in clients consistently, right? I don't have to question or second guess. I have a simplified sales funnel that brings in consistent sales. And so you don't have to, one thing with business, especially within the kingdom of God and a lot of believers, literally you're posting and praying, but God is saying, no, my daughters, you need to understand, like, it's not just like prayer. Yes, it's prayer. Yes. As a believer, you always want to pray over your business, pray over your clients, pray. You know that the works of your hands are blessed according to the word of God, but it's not just prayer, right? It's not just posting random stuff. There's strategies behind there, right? There's business principles, right? There's business principles. You can't show up and just say, oh yeah, I'm going to show up once a week and then expect to meet your 10K client, your 10K month, or even one 10K client. Like, you cannot, there's business principles. It's about belief in your work. Yes. But then there's also the blueprint that I teach as well. There's also strategy. And so it's both and. It's not just strategy, it's not just belief. It's belief and the blueprint. And this is what I teach inside of my Business by Belief Accelerator. So as you're building out your business and you're scaling your business, within 6 months, not only do you have a signature framework, you know how to market that framework, and you have a simplified sales funnel that actually sells, right? Consistently. You don't have to question where your leads are coming from. You don't have to post and pray. You can literally have a streamlined strategy, right? And not only that, as within the 6 months, as you're building out your business, you're also healing your broken belief systems that sabotage your business growth and regulate your nervous system simultaneously, so that as the sales are coming in, you are not subconsciously repelling them, right? You're not self-sabotaging your business, because I see that so often where there are so many clients who they have like this broken belief when it comes to a fear of like rejection, which we'll go into the next point with that. But you want to just make sure that you're healing your belief system and you're healing your nervous system as you're growing. The worst thing to do is build this beautiful business and then you just self-sabotage the whole thing. You sabotage it down. You bring it all the way back down, right? And so this is why the work that I do is so important. It's so important. Okay, so that is the C. Communicate with conviction. So now we're going to jump into the E. So the E is eliminate doubt. So this is what I wanted to touch on inside of my program. This is what I help you to do when I help you to heal your broken belief systems, right? So your confidence in the value within your signature offer overcomes the fear of rejection. Okay, so this is what I wanted to share. So many of my clients, but my clients, they'll have like this fear of rejection, right? So when we get to the root of it, it's always fear underneath there, right? So when I notice my clients, maybe they come to me and they're like, I didn't do so well with showing up for my content this week, and oftentimes it's a visibility block, like it's a broken belief behind rejection. Really, it's a rooted belief behind rejection. And so they haven't shown up this week because they're afraid of being seen. They're afraid to be visible because they feel like when their automatic nervous system is telling them when they show up and they're visible, they're going to be rejected. So maybe they've dealt with some bullying in the past. Maybe they've dealt with rejection or abandonment as a child. And so because of that, there's this underlying fear of that coming back, and your body remembers the feeling of rejection. And so this is why it's so important to deal with these emotions, deal with these broken belief systems, and heal your nervous system, because you're not rejected. You're not rejected. And this is how you're able to now, on your sales calls, you're able to handle any objections with ease. Because any objections to your offer on any sales call, it's just like them not really understanding the value yet. So you just have to clarify the value of what it is that you're getting, right? What it is that they're getting, I should say. Show the transformation of what their life is going to look like after working with you. Handle any objections that they may have, whether it be time objections, whether it be capacity, right? They have to truly believe not only in your coaching framework and your offer, but also if they have to believe in themselves to know like, oh, can I actually do this, right? And they have to believe in you as their leader to guide them through, right? So it's the belief triad. You want to make sure that they believe in your offer, they believe in themselves, and they believe you as the coach to lead them, okay? And so when you're showing up on these sales calls, you want to make sure that you're not hesitant. Eliminate the doubt. You're not hesitant on these calls because your clients can feel that. They can sense that hesitation. All right. So you don't have to say it out loud. Like literally they can feel your energy, and your energy has to match the price point that you're requesting. Right. So your high ticket sales, they're going to flow when you embody your own value. When you embody, you're no longer doubting yourself. You're no longer doubting the value that you have to bring. You understand you have confidence in the value within your signature offer. And so that is what overcomes your fear of rejection. And you're able to handle you can handle any type of objection with ease now, because your body, your energy exudes the value. You know the value that you have to offer. All right. And so that is your price acronym. Okay. That is your acronym for how I sell my premium value coaching offer with confidence, conviction, clarity, certainty, right? I'm able to do that because I understand this. I understand how to position my offer, right? So you want to position your offer. Imagine you are like, okay, think of it like this. Imagine you show up to a store and you're like, I want to buy this skirt. And the cashier is not even making any type of eye contact with you. Like, it's her store. Like, say for instance, she's the owner of this store. So you're in her store and she's not making any eye contact. She's very awkward. She's not saying anything. She's just kind of like really uncomfortable and almost hesitant to sell you this skirt. As the customer, you're gonna like say, what is wrong with this skirt? Like, why do I feel like I should not be buying this skirt? That's the way you need to think of it. Like, you gotta like think of your offer and think of your clients like that and think of your sales calls like that. Like, it's the same with you as a coach. Like, if you don't believe in the price point for this skirt, like for your offer, like the skirt, like say the skirt is worth $300. Like, you gotta sell it. Like, you gotta believe that, yes, this skirt is worth $300. Yesterday, my daughter, she asked me, why do I have a Louis bag? That's another example. Like, I'm gonna literally send an email about that next week, because I'm like, that's so good. Like, it's because of the value, it's the perceived value. And so it's the same thing with your offer. You gotta show the perception. You gotta show your clients, you have to show them your perception of like how you are seeing how their lives are going to be so different after working with you, right? So position your offer, rewire your belief system, identify aligned clients, communicate with conviction, okay? And eliminate doubt. Eliminate doubt. So you're no longer trying to discount your offers and try to throw in a bunch of bonuses and trying to downsell and all these other things that you don't have to do. And so that is how I sell my premium coaching offer with confidence. If you want to do so too, I invite you to comment belief, and I'll send you the link to apply for my Business by Belief Accelerator. And or you can just check the description right below this video, and we will jump on a call, see if you're a good fit, and I'll have you inside of the accelerator, and your life will be completely transformed. Your business, your life will be completely transformed after 6 months. After 6 months, you're going to go from not being able to sell your premium coaching offer to selling it with confidence. Okay, you're going to be selling your premium coaching offer with confidence, so you can finally transition into your coaching career full time. All right. And so that's what I have for you. I'm going to go ahead and jump off of here, but I'm going to tell you, just as God told me, put one foot in front of the other, step out on faith and trust God for the next step. And I'll see you in the next live. Bye.